Equity Group loan book grew by 30% in the year 2020's third quarter period ending 30th September. Releasing the results, Group Managing Director and CEO Dr. James Mwangi said the loan book increased from 348.9 billion shillings to 453.9 billion shillings to support customers who saw opportunities in the COVID-19 environment.
The bank recognized there were opportunities in the COVID environment, particularly in PPE manufacturing, logistics, online business, and agriculture. And we invested heavily, and that explains why our loan book grew by 30%. We chose to support the customers to diversify their businesses and to adapt to emerging opportunities so that we can keep the rights of our economy on while supporting lives and livelihoods in our communities.
Execution of Equity Group's twin defensive and offensive strategy proved to be effective under the challenging environment, as illustrated by customer deposits that grew by a massive 45% from 478 billion shillings to 691 billion shillings.
Customer deposits has surprised us by growing by 45%, demonstrating the resilience that we have among our community, the commitment of our customers to continue with life. And we see this as manifestation that people have accepted COVID as part of our lives and developed ways and mechanisms of coping with the challenges.
In the quarter under review, interest income grew by 22% to 39.3 billion shillings from 32.3 billion shillings, while non-funded income rose by 11% to 24.4 billion shillings from 22 billion shillings. Profit after tax declined by 14% from 17.5 billion shillings to 15 billion shillings. The balance sheet of the group grew by 38% from 677.1 billion shillings to reach 934 billion shillings. Regional expansion and business diversification efforts have reduced dependence on Kenya for group performance, making the group a truly regional financial services provider. Regional subsidiaries now contribute 40% of customer deposits, 39% of group total assets, 33% of the loan book, 30% of the group's revenue, and 25% of the group's profit before tax.
We are glad that we can support cross-border trade and encourage our customers to seek opportunities all the way up to DRC, where we now have two banks, previously ProCredit, a German bank, and now a Belgian bank, BCDC. Merging the two banks will create DRC Congo's largest bank, and we are grateful that we can now facilitate trade between East and Central Africa.
Equity supported the larger society, communities and customers to weather and mitigate the adverse effects of COVID-19 by waiving fees on mobile banking transactions and provision of personal protective equipment for frontline health workers.
We continue to support the Kenya government with the COVID management process, and we remain committed to supporting the health frontline workers in the 68 hospitals that we provide PPEs for the next 18 months. When COVID hit, we assessed that 45% of our customers would be affected. And we estimated that COVID would be with us for 3 years. And we felt most of those businesses would not bounce back to their pre-COVID status. We gave them repayment breaks of principal plus interest of up to 3 years. And that has enabled most businesses to continue supporting their employees and supporting livelihoods of their owners. We supported aviation, tourism for periods of up to 3 years. We supported schools for a year, and this support was in form of rescheduling their loans and extending their periods by a period of up to 4 years.
Dr. Mwangi said there is a significant customer shift to the use of internet and mobile channels. For the first time, the digital bank has overtaken the legacy bank in both the number of transactions and value of transactions handled on a daily basis.
Customers have adopted digital channels as new means of transacting and banking. As a result, 98% of all our transactions are now off the premises, with 87% being online, either on internet or on mobile banking.
The visibility of Equity's impact investments through the Equity Group Foundation strengthened the brand, particularly by the empathy reflected from the 1.3 billion shillings investment to boost government efforts in managing the COVID-19 crisis. Equity also provided a monthly stipend to Wings to Fly, Elimu and TVET scholars. It's delivered in partnership with a longtime partner, MasterCard Foundation, solar-powered lamps and radios to allow the scholars to keep learning when schools remain closed. During the year, the African Banker Awards named Equity the Best Regional Bank East Africa, while Global SME Finance Awards named Equity the Best SME Bank in Africa. The banker named Equity as the 7th best bank in Africa, while Equity's Group CEO Dr. James Mwangi was named to the Bloomberg 50 list and was honored with the 2020 Oslo Business for Peace Awards.
Going by the resilience of Kenyans, that has given us a growth of 45% on deposits, 30% on loan book, we're optimistic and confident that we shall weather the COVID storm and continue on our trajectory of growth. This year, Equity is likely to exceed a trillion shilling balance sheet size. We are grateful to our customers, and that should be an inspiration to all of us of the possibilities of the future.